My name is Dr. Kimberlee Woods, and I'm with Mystical Awakenings. Today, I will be talking about what are chakras and how they work and why they're important. First of all, the word chakra from the Sanskrit means wheel. And the reason it is referred to as a wheel is because they are like spheres that overlap one another. When we're talking about our primary chakras, we're talking about wheels that are overlapping along the midsection of our body. Now, the chakras are people usually talking about 7 primary chakras, but in actuality, there are well over 2,000 chakras that can be opened within your field. 2,418, the last I heard, but I'm sure more are opening every day as we get closer to the new paradigm. So the more consciously aware you are, the more open you are and available you are to light, the more chakras are opening in your field. Now, the ones I'm going to be talking about today are the primary ones that most people talk about that are running up your column of light or the midsection of your physical body. So there are notes that are associated with those chakras, colors, they're called by a specific name and a location. The root chakra, it's really Roy G. Biv, if you remember this from your science class, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So red is the root chakra, and it's associated with basically your genital area and going down to the ground, that whole area. The orange is your hara or sacral chakra, which is about 2 inches below your belly button. Your solar plexus is is yellow and about 2 inches above your belly button. Green is the heart chakra, and right just in between where your breasts are. You have your throat chakra here that's blue, your third eye chakra, which is indigo, and your crown chakra, which is from here up, which is violet. Now, there are notes that are associated with those, and it doesn't mean you have to memorize these, but oftentimes you'll see people using like a tuning fork or some kind of harmonic, or maybe a singing bowl. And they will pick a singing bowl that's specific to a chakra that plays at that note. So like the root chakra is at C or C sharp, so they can play a singing bowl and they might place it over their root chakra to open it or clear it. Now, why is any of this important? Well, we have a column of light that runs through us, and that column is connected to the universe at our crown and connected to Mother Earth at our feet. And we have this column of life. It's actually, if you know what a toroidal field is, there's this column of light and it's running in this kind of movement throughout our field. Now, our chakras access this light. The light moves in and through our chakras. It also moves, the light moves in through our layers of our field. I've talked about this in a previous session. Our spiritual layer, our mental layer, our emotional layer, through our etheric field and into our physical layer. Light moves through those layers. And light is moving through these chakras. And so this light now is important to us because it's one of the primary ways that we are connected to spirit. So it's how light beings communicate with us, is through this light. It's how we get answers through our intuition. It's how we become more consciously aware, is being accessing and being exposed to the maximum amount of light possible. So some people will say, yeah, but so what? Why is that important? And do I always want this exposure and this total openness in terms of light? I was actually in a class where the teacher said, okay, we're going to take a lunch break, close down your chakras, because the belief is that you're now so open and exposed that anything can maybe attack you or enter your field. In some ways, in some aspects, that's true, because most of us are not savvy enough to know how to manage our energy field. And so we are completely open and completely exposed to other people's feelings, other people's energies. I talked a couple weeks ago about auras, that energy is moving toward us, or maybe they're trying to communicate with us, but they leave residual behind. Sometimes people are implanting information within our field. You know, we are basically saying yes to anybody who works on us. We're saying that they can have access to our energy field. Now, I say every day, I only allow energy to enter my field that is of a certain vibration. I only receive and integrate energy that serves my highest good. I release all other energy with grace and ease. I set that as a parameter. I set as a parameter that I will only receive the highest vibrations 5D or higher. I set as parameters all the time what can enter and what can't come into my field. But that's because I'm now consciously aware. So it's true, you know, you having your chakras open is really important when you're trying to get information, when you want guidance, when you're seeking your soul's purpose, when you want an answer to a question. But maybe not so much if you're not yet skilled at how to manage your field to have it open all the time. If you're entering maybe a mall that's filled with people where their energy is going to be entering your field left and right. So you probably won't want that. So in terms of now, what do you do to open your chakras? Now, people are usually talking about opening your chakras, but I can say that you want to clear your chakras, open them. You want to balance them. You want to align them. You want to calibrate them. There are many things that can be done now within your field. So when I say cleared, open, balanced, aligned, and calibrated, those are all very specific verbs and actions that allow you to access source to the highest degree possible. And that's really what we want, to access source to the highest degree possible. Right? So when we're talking about um, right now, just clearing your chakras, you have to understand that your chakras have a funnel. There's a funnel that comes out of your crown, and then you have a funnel that comes like from your third eye out, and also from the back out. From your throat, a funnel out, but also from the back out, going down your heart, front and back, solar plexus, front and back, hara or sacral, front and back, and then your root, it's going to face one of them down. I'm going to show you a picture really quick so that you can see what this looks like. So as you can see, you've got the funnel up, funnel down, and then coming out front and back. So when you're clearing, I'm just talking about clearing your chakras now, you're going to clear in a clockwise motion because that's moving energy out. When energy is moving out, it's moving clockwise. If energy is moving in, it's going to be coming in counterclockwise. But we're moving energy out. So if you start with, we always say that you're going to do it from, let's say, a source perspective. You don't have to think of it as God, but you can think of yourself as God or a creator God, but like a God-like perspective. So if you were looking from above and you were looking clockwise from above, that's how you would move energy out from your crown and up. So it would look like this, right? I'm looking from down from above, and it's going to go clockwise like this out. So I'm going to be picturing pushing my chi energy. Now that's your chi's like in your hara, and you build it through breath, right? So this is something we can also work on together, is the building of your chi. It's also one of the classes that I've already posted. But you push that chi now in this clockwise movement up out of your crown. And then you start from the back first, as though you as creator God, you as your God perspective, as though you're looking backwards, you're going to be moving it in this clockwise motion. And then from the forwards clockwise in this funnel out way, you're pushing your chi and you're clearing it. Then you go to your throat, pushing from the back in this direction, back this way, and then the front this way. Your heart back this way, and then your heart from the front. When you get to the root, then you're looking down in a clockwise position, from you as creator God, clockwise position down to the ground. So that's a way to clear your chakras. And so there are other things that you can do. People, as I said, they use sounds. There are movements like I do a chakra awakening that will also help clear the chakras with crystals. So there are a lot of people that do a lot of different techniques that can help open your chakras. But it's something that would be good to do every day as you're trying to meditate, go within, seek answers, etc. Now, your crown chakra, according to this is from the modern mystery school, and it's a little bit different than what you're going to find on the internet. But the crown chakra is associated with your soul's purpose. It's your link to the divine, to source. Your third eye is going to be about imagination, your clairvoyance, and that balance between spiritual will and spiritual love. Your throat chakra is about creative expression and clairaudience. It's actually your throat that's connected to your clairaudience, or your ability to hear beyond. Your heart chakra is connected to that balance between the soul's love and will, your healing ability, your immune energies, and just love energies in general. Your solar plexus is around creative energy. It's your power center, your hidden intelligence. It's where you have a balance between feelings and thoughts. Your hara, or your sacral, is around health and kundalini energy, some intuition. And then your root chakra is about your grounding energies and your ability to create. So when people are saying, hey, as I said in the story, I don't think I want my chakras open all the time. One of the things that they're afraid of is that they can be attacked. Now, as I said, this is possible, and there are a variety of ways that people protect themselves, right? But the even in the word protection, it speaks of fear. And we're in a time where there can be no more fear. Now, it doesn't mean that I've already told you, if you listen to my video about who I am, that I believe that there is darkness, that whether it's called the enemy, like by Dom and her, or demons by the modern mystery school, that there is dark energy. And there is energy that is working directly against our own evolution. But for us to live in fear is for us to forget our divine heritage, our being creator gods. Now, if you do not have the tool set yet, the tools to feel like you are protected, then shut down your chakras. But I will continue to give you tools. And some of the best tools I ever received was in sacred, and would love to share that with you. You can always email me at mysticalawakeningsinc@gmail.com, mysticalawakeningsinc@gmail.com. Would love to get you some of those tools through that as well. It's wonderful system. But there are a variety of tools. So some people wear jewelry. Now I have from Dom and her, I have a shield that is made up of sacred language from the Celtic beings. I have Horus, which is part of the triad god, and I have my Isis key. I also wear Sekhmet and Tot. Some people use the pentagram. Now, the pentagram is a very strong symbol of protection. Upside down is something that can be used for darkness. Some people use different rituals, like the Kabbalistic cross is one that the Modern Mystery School will use. There are other kinds of rituals that help to guide and protect. Sacred gives many different things. I surround myself in basically 13 bubbles. I place around myself all kinds of sacred geometries. I call in help from Arcturian beings who are one of the few that are here in a protective manner for us. Hathors, too, the Selfic beings have no, only have benevolent interests, no malevolent interests. So I work with Selfic beings all the time, and the triad of Horus, Pan, and um, Sekhmet. So no, Horse, Pan, and Bast. So there are many things that people do and use to provide themselves this parameter, these guidelines, these boundaries that say this is my energy and don't enter it or mess with it. But if you are not yet at that place, then by all means, if you're going out among other people, then maybe you're going to need to close down your chakras. Okay, I hope that was helpful today. I'm going to be talking next a little bit about when those chakras are blocked, what we can do to help unblock them, and how those might be showing up in our life, and again, to do exercises to clear those up for yourself. My name is Dr. Kimberlee Woods. I am with Mystical Awakenings. Have a good night.